All right, so we're going deep again today, diving into Moroccan football.
Always a good time for that.
This time, we're pulling our insights from the latest issue of 7 Day Sport. That French magazine always has some good stuff.
Yeah, they really have their finger on the pulse, don't they?
For sure. And honestly, getting into this issue, it's a real mix of emotions, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a tribute to a legend who passed away way too young. Then we get to celebrate a rising star having an incredible season.
Oh, and I bet we've got some of those classic football mysteries too, right?
Absolutely. So you ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's start with the tough stuff. The Moroccan football community, everyone's still reeling from losing Abdelaziz Barrada.
Yeah, just awful. 35 years old, heart attack.
Way too young.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
And this isn't just about stats or anything. This hit hard, you know? For everyone who knew him, for anyone who followed his career.
I think what makes it even harder is Barrada, he was more than just a talented player. He was a true role model.
Right, exactly.
Starting out at Olympique de Marseille, that's a big deal. But it wasn't just about playing for a famous club. It was his work ethic, that humility he had.
Oh, he was known for that.
Absolutely. The guy earned every bit of success he achieved.
And it wasn't just France either, was it?
Oh, no, not at all. We're talking Al Jazeera in Qatar, Al Nasser SC over in the UAE, then back to Europe with Getafe in Spain, and then Antalyaspor in Turkey.
Hold on, you're saying he played in 4 of the biggest leagues in the world?
That's right. Each move, it was a step up, you know. He never stopped pushing himself to improve.
Wow. I mean, no wonder he's such an inspiration, especially to young players in Morocco.
Seeing someone from your own streets make it to that level is powerful stuff. Oh, and we can't forget about his time with the national team either.
Of course, the Atlas Lions.
28 caps, Olympics, African Cup of Nations. He gave it his all for Morocco.
So when you put it all together, it's more than trophies or goals, isn't it? It's that drive, that never give up attitude. That's what makes him such a legend.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, so enough with the sad stuff. Let's lighten things up a bit. Let's talk about someone who's making waves right now.
Oh yeah, you know who I'm thinking of.
This kid is on fire, and his performance against Copenhagen in the Europa League, just incredible.
Dude, that game-winning goal. 8th minute, right foot, rocket from outside the box, straight into the net.
Social media was buzzing afterwards, and for good reason.
Rightfully so. I mean, are we looking at a fluke here, or is this guy the real deal?
Oh, Ezzalzouli is absolutely the real deal. This isn't some one-hit wonder. The guy's already got 14 appearances for Real Betis this season.
Wow, and the season's barely started.
Right. 4 goals already, an assist. But it's not even just the stats.
Oh, so what is it then?
It's the way he plays. He's electric.
I...
Unpredictable. A total nightmare for defenders.
Okay, I need you to break this down for me. What makes him so special? What are we seeing when he's on the pitch?
Well, for one, the guy's got pace. I mean, he's fast. But what really stands out is the dribbling.
Yeah, what about it?
He slices through defenses like a hot knife through butter. Yeah. And he's not afraid to take risks.
So we're not talking safe passes, huh?
Yep. Audacious shots, unexpected passes. He keeps everyone on their toes.
That's why all the other La Liga clubs are eyeing him, right? 7 Day Sport was saying the winter transfer window is going to be wild.
It's classic tug-of-war, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got all these clubs seeing his potential, but then his current coach, Manuel Pellegrini.
Pellegrini, yeah.
He knows what he's got, sees Ezzalzouli as a core part of Real Betis' future, wants him to develop there.
Interesting. So what do you think? Loan or stay put?
It's tough to say. He's clearly talented, but rushing his development could backfire, ideally. He goes on loan to a club that plays a similar style to Real Betis.
So he can get consistent playing time, but not being over his head.
Exactly. All right, so let's move on to our final story. And this one, well, it's got me scratching my head a bit.
Uh-oh. Mystery, huh?
Big time. We're talking about Hakim Ziyech. Talented, experienced, but just gone.
Gone.
From Galatasaray, at least. Supposedly fit, but nowhere to be seen.
No, that's weird.
Right. 8 games out with an injury. Comes back for like 20 minutes against Antalyaspor.
Dementi.
Poof. Vanished. And the thing is, he got injured while playing for Morocco.
With the national team.
Yep. Wasn't even on the bench for their Europa League match against Elfsborg.
I was wondering about that.
7 Day Sport seems to think it's more than just fitness. Maybe something tactical is going on.
Interesting. What are they saying?
Well, the Turkish press, they're pointing to a change in Galatasaray's formation.
Under their new coach, Okan Buruk.
Right. They switched to a 3-5-2, which prioritizes defense over attack.
And that's not Ziyech's style.
Not at all.
All right, you got to help me out here. 3-5-2. Explain it to me and why it wouldn't work for someone like Ziyech.
So basically, picture a solid back three. Wingbacks providing the width, a compact midfield. It's all about control, discipline, being hard to break down.
Okay, I'm following.
Now Ziyech, he thrives in open systems. He needs space to roam, to create chances.
He's not a follow-the-rules kind of player.
Not exactly. He's the guy who makes his own rules. So yeah, this formation might be too restrictive.
Like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole?
That's one way to put it. But the question is what happens now? He's only played 5 games this season. Contract runs until June 2025.
Yikes. So this is high stakes, both for Ziyech and for Galatasaray.
Absolutely. They need to figure something out, and fast. It really is. He needs that freedom, to just do his thing.
So what are we looking at here? Does Ziyech just ride the bench, watch his career fade away?
I don't think so. There are options.
Oh yeah, like what?
Well, maybe Baruch changes things up a bit.
You think he'd do that?
It's possible. He could tweak the system, find a way to work Ziyech in without sacrificing that defensive strength.
That's got to be a tough balance to find.
For sure, but it's not impossible. Or maybe Ziyech changes.
You mean adapts to this new formation?
Exactly. Reinvent himself.
And that's a big ask for a player like him.
Totally. He's built his whole career on being this creative force.
So completely change his style.
It would take a huge shift in mindset, for sure. But it could happen.
I guess there's always the transfer window too, right?
That's the nuclear option. Always on the table. But finding the right club.
One that fits his style A&D is willing to pay him what he's worth.
Exactly. It's a tall order. Honestly, this whole situation is a mess.
A fascinating mess, though, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we've got these 3 stories, all kind of intertwined.
Barrada's legacy.
The resilience, the inspiration.
Then you got Ezzalzouli just shooting for the stars.
And Ziyech, caught in this tactical web.
It's like a snapshot of Moroccan football right now, isn't it?
A perfect one. Full of hope, heartbreak, and just straight up uncertainty.
And that's what we love about football, right?
And unpredictability. You never know what's coming next.
Keeps you on the edge of your seat. Speaking of which, remember that question we had at the start?
About who's going to be the next big Moroccan star.
Yeah, who's going to pick up the torch? Who's going to light up the world stage? It's something to think about.
It really is. There's so much talent coming out of Morocco right now.
I mean, Ezzalzouli's a contender for sure. But who else?
Who knows? That's the beauty of it.
This 7-day sport issue has been great, by the way.
Oh, yeah. What's got you so excited?
It just shows you how much depth there is in Moroccan football right now.
Yeah.
Established stars, rising talents, all the drama that comes with it.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
So much more to explore.
Endless stories waiting to be told.
And that's where you come in, dear listener.
Well, this is where we get all mysterious, huh?
We challenge you to keep digging, keep watching, stay plugged into Moroccan football. Because you never know, you might just discover the next big star before anyone else.
Exactly. And hey, maybe you'll be the one telling us about them on a future deep dive.
Wouldn't that be something? This whole journey through Moroccan football, man, what a ride.
Lots of twists and turns, that's for sure.
We started off remembering Abdelaziz Barrada.
A true icon.
His story is a powerful one.
Yeah, it really shows you, impact goes way beyond the score sheet.
It's the dedication, that perseverance, being a role model for the next generation.
Couldn't agree more. Then we had Ezzalzouli, all that excitement around him.
The kid's got that something special, doesn't he?
He does. And who knows how high he'll go, Real Betis or maybe another big club, but his future's definitely bright.
And what's really cool is we're seeing it all unfold right in front of us.
Each goal, every run he makes.
Every challenge he overcomes.
We're right there with him.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's Ziyech.
Ah, yes, the mystery man.
What a situation, huh?
Tactical systems, unhappy player.
Galatasaray needs to figure this out, and quickly.
Adapt, change, transfer, who knows?
It's like a game of chess, and we're all waiting for that next move.
I guess this whole deep dive just goes to show why we love Moroccan football so much.
It's got everything, doesn't it?
The passion, the drama, the storylines you just can't predict.
And there's always something new to discover. Thinking back, this issue of 7-Day Sport has been fantastic.
Yeah, it has, but it's just a taste, a small glimpse into what's going on.
So much more out there.
And on that note, it's time to wrap things up.
Time flies when you're talking football.
It really does. So to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for geeking out with us.
We've mourned, we've celebrated, we've scratched our heads.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
Moroccan football, the story continues.
Until next time.
Keep exploring, keep the passion alive, and keep your eyes on the Atlas lines. You never know what they'll do next.